Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Videzra's Fashion and Creations and I'm Janita, the Chief Designer. Welcome to my channel and another weekly check-in of the challenge. This is the fourth episode. Wow, we are moving along and the challenge is going great. So without further ado, you know the drill. There's a couple of questions that I have to answer. Let's get into it. So, as always, the first question is, how are you feeling about the challenge? Well, fourth week in, really a full 3 weeks of trying this challenge or attempting to do this challenge where I wear every piece of item in my wardrobe without A, repeating, and B, shopping. And you know what? It's going well. I am really loving the challenge still. I am having a lot of fun playing dress up, making sure my outfits work without having, deficits. And I think that's the only thing with this challenge is that it is really, and I think I say this all the time, but I have to become so much more creative because I have to think strategically almost in a way of, especially when mixing bottoms with tops. Like there's a particular top that I would want to wear and I think, okay, is this the best use of this top? You know what I mean? Like for instance, let's say that I wanted to wear, I'm trying to find let's say I wanted to wear this top, right? I have to be thinking, okay, I have a skirt that goes well with this, and I'm going to do it with you together. So I have this skirt that goes well with this top. So I have to think, okay, is this the best use of this top, or should I wear it with this pants? Because once I wear the top, we're not repeating it again. So I'm like, okay, I want to maximize the most out of the pieces. So I don't want to then wear this skirt and then the next time I want to wear that pants, I don't have a top that goes exactly well with that outfit. You know what I mean? So that's been one of the things I have to be strategic. And so preparing rather for the week ahead is very, very key. And I have to figure out, okay, and I've always prepped my clothing before, this, I have a rack and I have clothes that are ready to go. So I'm kind of preparing ahead of time what pieces I want to wear with what pieces and kind of sticking to the plan. So that's how I'm feeling about the challenge. I'm feeling great. I am loving the challenge still. I am excited to put outfits together. This week I started off so strong. Oh my gosh, I loved Monday's outfit. And I think I can get into the next question, like which one was my favorite outfit that I've never thought to put together before. And my blue kind of coat dress, I usually wear that alone, right? And I know that it can be worn as a top. So I've thought about wearing it with a pants, but what I did this time was wear a long sleeve shirt inside of it and a tie, and I just absolutely loved that look. That was probably my favorite look for the week. And once I start repeating my outfits again, it's one outfit that I'm definitely going to be wearing again. So the creativity is still going. I am still, really loving putting new pieces together. And that was just one of the pieces that I put together that I never put together before. And I just thought it was phenomenal. Now there's a question in here that says, which outfit didn't give you joy? And to be fair, I actually loved all the outfits this week. I really loved all the outfits this week. Another thing that I really enjoyed putting together was Thursday on my day off. I was planning on wearing the jumpsuit, but I decided to go with my khaki bottoms and this vest that I got I think I got that from Target several months ago, but I've never worn it because I was always thinking about wearing it over top a shirt. But every time I did it, it just never made sense. So it was a nice warm enough day, not too warm, but it was a nice warm enough day. So I wore that top with the khaki bottoms, and I have this coat that I got on clearance from Macy's maybe 2 years, and I've probably only worn it once. And the colors, the browns, they just paired together so well on my skin. I loved everything about that outfit. That is probably my favorite outfit, and something that I've actually never put together before. But the real question is, which outfit didn't bring you joy? And I would want to say that all of my outfits really brought me joy this week. The only thing I would say is that there were probably 2 outfits that were outfits that I've worn before. So in terms of joy, it didn't bring me a lot of joy in that regard because it wasn't something new, and I really get a thrill of doing new combinations. So the outfit I wore on Tuesday was my nice skirt. I did a blazer. I even did a boots with it, and I thought that look was very nice. First, when I went out, because I had an appointment at 9 o'clock, so I wore just the vest, the tie, and the skirt, and a heels, like a regular Burgundy heels. But by the time I was coming from the meeting or appointment, I had to go to work at 12, and I had some time in between to go home. So I decided, you know what, it's so cold, let me put my boots on and a blazer. And even doing it that way, that was really nice. So I enjoyed that outfit, but it didn't bring me super joy because it was an outfit that I've done before. Same thing for Thursday. I wore my little wool blend skirt and the top that matches with it. It was nice, it was cute. I wore my boots with it, but it's an outfit that I wore already, so it didn't give me a lot of joy, but I enjoyed wearing it because that's one of my favorite outfits. So as you know, I usually prepare my clothes, right? And so one of the questions it says is, what pieces do you keep passing up? And I am so surprised that I keep passing this up. I don't even remember if I said this in the last video, but this is my orange. This was a collaboration from Janae Naylor and Target as a Future Collective, and I absolutely love this, but I don't know if this should just be reserved for later on in spring, closer to summer, because I usually wore this as a dress, and I've tried to wear this over a coat. I even was going to wear it with this outfit. By the way, I'm wearing my skirt that I made, and I was going to wear it just over it, just kind of blending in with the orange, but it didn't do what I wanted it to do. And so I attempted this again this week, and I keep passing it up. I know it's a piece that I want in my closet, but I just feel like again, like the strategy, I just feel like I haven't found the best pairing for it, and I don't want to regret wearing it a way that I don't really enjoy and then having to put it away for so long. So I'm really learning that I'm passionate. I already knew I was passionate about clothes and getting dressed, but I'm really learning that I'm passionate about wearing things to the best of my ability, you know, every day. And my aunt has this saying, you know, anytime you're going anywhere, you have to look your best because you just never know. She says this in such a humorous way, but it's always stuck with me because that's the truth. Like, you always have to represent yourself, and it's not like you're trying to impress anybody, but it does so much of a difference. A couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I met someone at work, and one of the things, you know, we ended up talking about music, and I almost got an offer to perform on his band. And one of the reasons for that is not just because of my ability to sing, but because he loved the way I present myself. That ended up, you know, not working out, but for the best. It just didn't align. But the point is that because of how I presented myself, an opportunity was offered to me, and I've heard it several times. People have talked about, you know, getting dressed to go to the airport, they get upgrades. Now, I personally have never gotten an upgrade. I don't know if I'm not flying to the right places. But I do know that I've been complimented in the airport already for really dressing up, you know, for so early for a flight, when they just come out as they are, you know, not in the mood. But I was bright and bubbly. When I'm traveling, it's a dress up day. Traveling day is a dress up day for me. And so it just goes with everything, you know, even when I'm running errands. Like my favorite outfit on Thursday, I was just going to choir rehearsals. I ended up going to dinner, like a solo dinner date, which was okay. People hype this solo date up so much, but it was okay. I enjoy my company, but I'm like, we could do this at home. Minus the live music, which is what I really went there for. Anyways, I keep going off on a tangent. I am learning that I really do enjoy putting my best foot forward, and so putting these outfits together and maximizing the my clothes in the best way possible is something that I take pride in. All right, next question is, did you buy anything? The $1 million question. And can we get a round of applause? Because your girl didn't buy any clothes at all, not for herself and not for anyone. And I had 2 opportunities this week to buy something. On Sunday, bright and early in the week, I decided to stop at Goodwill, and I gave you that video. Also, I did a little perusing. I didn't see anything for anybody, and I didn't see anything for myself, so that was really good. Then I went on to the mall, I think on Monday again. I'm like, why am I tempting myself so much, seeing all these glitz and glamour? But either I'm getting so good at it, or things are just not there, because I also walked out to the mall with 0 things. I mean, I went to pick up a Bath and Body Works order, but we're talking about clothes, okay? Also, just today, I went to Walmart to pick up my groceries. And while I was picking up my grocery, I was scrolling on TikTok, and a girl was talking about how Walmart fashions are this and that. And I was just like, let's see what y'all are talking about. Because trust me, there was a time when I used to just travel. Before I lived in the States, I used to visit. And one of my shopping places when I came here was Walmart. I used to do the Walmart, I used to do Ross, I used to do Marshalls, TJ Maxx. Those were my places to shop when I used to visit. So I know Walmart fashion used to be, pretty decent, and apparently they've stepped up their game. But if I'm being totally honest, I didn't see anything groundbreaking in Walmart, and so it didn't tempt me. So the point is, your girl hasn't shopped, yay, and I still feel completely satisfied and unbothered. Although I will say that for some reason, I find myself spending a little bit more money on things like groceries and what was the thing? And like lunch, and I'm like, girl, you like to spend, don't you? When I'm saving in one area, I'm just like, okay, we have a little more in this area. But that's still to be determined. I don't think it's crazy, but I see something and I'm watching it. So are you going to continue? I'm absolutely going to continue this challenge. Like I said, I'm seeing this through the end, because we never quit. Besides, I do have a lot more clothes. So let's just go through it. This weekend, Sunday is Palm Sunday. I am still not sure what I want to wear. Maybe I should ask you what I should wear. Hold on. So I have the camera set another way so you can see long way. I got this dress in Plato's Closet, I think the very week before I decided to do the challenge. It's so wonderful. I'm wondering if I should save this dress for Easter Sunday, because I'm not sure what I'm wearing Easter Sunday. And Easter Sunday is kind of, the belle of the ball for Christians in a way. So I have this great dress, but tomorrow is Palm Sunday, so I could wear it tomorrow. I'm also being received as a member at church, so I'm thinking that I could do that dress. Or I also think that black and white is typically an Easter color, so I'm thinking of this black full skirt, this skirt, and I'm thinking about this white shirt. And of course I would do some jewelry to kind of make it a little bit, fancier. Maybe wear my silver heels, or I have some nice black heels as well. So I'm thinking either black and white. So should I do black and white, or should I do gray? Or is there another color that's appropriate for Palm Sunday that I'm missing? I think purple is also a color that's usually Easter color, but the only purple that I have is this bright purple. I could wear this, so I think I'm gonna post this video tonight. So if you're watching tonight, comment below and let me know, because I still have time to decide tomorrow. So yeah, those are my choices. So then after church tomorrow, I am going by the senior residence home to do a little tribute, Easter tribute to them. I'll be singing them some Easter songs. I'll be doing that for an hour, so I do need to wear something comfortable that I can just leave church. Probably maybe I'll have an hour to come home and then head there. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, and then the week ahead, I'll just prepare my outfits. I have already some pieces on the rack, but I do need to get in here and see what I can do. I did shift things over to this side, so I have top and bottom to put all the stuff that I've worn. So it's slowly building up nicely. Still haven't done the string idea yet. I might not do it because I'm working my way back. But yeah, that's all I have. Comment below and let me know how you think about the challenge, and have you started to try to wear most of your pieces, especially some pieces that you've forgotten about. Comments below and let me know. Thanks as always for watching, and if you have not yet subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. Also like the video, share it with a friend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye y'all. Tell me, can you handle